full of loneliness and misery and suffering and unhappiness, and it's all over much too quickly. The question is, have I learned anything about life?
Hello, we are live, everybody. How are you all doing today? Lewis, how are you?
Doing pretty great. You?
I'm doing good, man. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. A big shout out to all my fellow Panther hackers out there at Georgia Tech right now participating in the Hack GT. Wish you all the best of luck. You better come back next week with some rewards and some trophies. Do what you do best.
Sweet. Nice shout out. I hope they win. Whatever their prize may be.
Yeah, I have no idea. Anyways, I'm your host, Zane Zenokami Blaylock, and I'm joined today by our co-host, the amazing, the Lord of the Dark Sith, and everything IT, Lewis, that Mexican who loves waffles, Sandoval.
Thanks for the intro, Zane.
Not a problem. It's what we do every week. Fridays, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, PM. That's why we call it Essence of Zen After Dark. Now, we actually have a really interesting list of topics this week. A lot that may induce a lot of my rage. So you all have been warned ahead of time. I will do my best to not fly off the handle. But I can only promise you so much. Before we jump into it, though, I would like to say I'm very proud to announce that the channel actually has broken past 500 subscribers.
Woo! Finally passed the mark.
Exactly. It took us a good little minute. I'm still shooting for near 1,000 by the end of the year. So we'll keep pushing and prevailing and etc. But that's one of the biggest things. It's a big achievement. Probably gonna do like an announcement via the actual channel and the website and everything after we hit maybe around 510, just to have a safety net, because peaks and
in case you lose some.
Exactly.
After things are said tonight.
Indeed. Oh, yeah, especially after tonight. We may lose Microsoft. Also, if you all haven't seen it, Lewis has one of his unboxing videos released to the channel since yesterday. He talks about, he shows off the Drobo 5N NAS system. And tomorrow, you're going to see some videos about his experience with the Drobo 5N. Let's not spoil anything.
Of why I returned it, basically. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Where's my... there it is. I'm trying to find the list. Hello, Zane Himphil. I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. I do, in fact, know how to pronounce the first name, Zane, because it's an amazing name. But yeah, where in the bloody hell did I put the list?
Which list?
our podcast list with all the topics on it, because I
our guide.
Remind me to later go back to all the other podcast YouTube videos and add them to the description below, just in case people would like to have the link to the sources that we specify for said podcast when we're live. Also, another thing we want to talk about with EoZ, Lewis has his new quick tune, which is now seeing on the screen on the right. That's his little quick tune. He's a cheerful, smiling person because Lewis in real life is a smiler. He is literally 90% of the time happy. The world could be on fire and Lewis will be smiling like, it's okay, guys. It is all right. We'll make it through.
Little did they know I started the fire.
That's where that's that 10%. You know, the reason why you are the Lord of the Sith.
But thanks, Zane. Thanks.
Oh, welcome. I'm glad that you're curious about the title, Mr. Hemfill, or Zane Hemfill. I don't know how old you are. I don't want to make sure I call you Mr. in case that's your father's name. Gee golly willikers. We will get there, though. We will get there to about the conspiracy of someone trying to take down the internet, as well as, what else did we name the thing? The other part of the title. Comcast mobile carrier bit, which is what I'll be ranting about later. At first, I want to talk about Google Allo. Lois, what do you think about Google Allo?
It looks just like Hangouts. That's what it looks like. It reminds you just like Hangouts, except yellow and different name. It's they added like the assistant, which is okay. However, it's exactly like Hangouts. I really can't say anything else. Like the background's white. Okay. It's white and it's more cleanish, but that's it. That's my take on it. Different.
Don't forget the little rings in the background, the little spiral designs here and there, and blah 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 blah. So yeah, I kind of had the same sentiment. Like, so first and foremost, I'm actually enjoying Allo, but just because I'm enjoying it doesn't mean it's anything special. You know, we've been rooted in the Hangouts community since it launched like years ago, and it's kind of hard to pull away from Hangouts. I don't see why. I mean, I get why. At the same time, I'm like, why didn't they just push Hangouts to new updates and like just, you know, give it a makeover and call Hangouts like Allo Hangouts? I mean, or something. You know, like I don't totally get the full new Messenger when they could have just upgraded one of their very, 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 very many, going back from what Google Talk, Hangouts, the Hangouts integrated with SMS. You got Allo now. What was there was like two more. Messenger,
which is basically just their text version. And they got the Google Voice app that they had for a little bit, I believe. Or am I dreaming that? Am I dreaming that they actually had a Google Voice app?
They had a Google Voice app until they integrated it with Hangouts, I think.
Yeah. And then they integrated Google Voice into Fi, and then Fi just kind of sitting there now.
Like I don't even, because I used to have a Google number. I don't even know where I can find my Google number anymore. I just don't. And now that we have Allo, and you know, I've been playing with it over the week. Again, I'm enjoying it, but I don't see much reason as it currently stands to pull away from Hangouts and Messenger and Slack and Discord and TeamSpeak and who's the new kid on the block, Lewis? Gitter? Oh, Gitter.
And then they also got Twitter DMs, and then you have, you know, Facebook Messenger, and then you got iPhone Messenger, and then you got BBM, and then you got IRC that people still use.
Everyone is making chat apps, and you know what, Lewis? I can't talk too much negativity about that particular aspect because we actually do have a EoZ program, like a meta project about creating our own chat client. So I mean, hey, we're joining the club too, I guess. You know, everybody has their
not a real person until you make your own chat app, apparently.
But yeah, so I highly think that we're gonna have Allo pushed by Google to stay in the mainframe, to stay in the forefront. They're going to push it really hard with their new phones, the Google Pixel and the Pixel XL, which is rumored to be replacing the Nexus line, which I don't think is a good move. Like it's not bad, but it's not good. So Google is actually making the Pixel phones, whereas the Nexus lineup was the Google backed phones that were developed by other OEMs such as LG, Huawei, and etc. Which I actually do like Huawei. They have some pretty cool, interesting designs, but you know, eh. So speaking on this aspects, I don't. I think Google can pull off Google Allo the governor, but it's gonna be an uphill battle, and they're gonna have to bring their A game, and I mean only time will tell what we see.
Indeed, indeed. Like, it's just a direct competition with the iPhone, the iMessenger. That's all it is right now.
Yeah, and actually, I think it takes a step further because actually, a lot of people seem to think that iMessage is the number one messaging app for everybody. It's actually not. What took me by surprise because I didn't even know this existed. I know I'm not that much of a social butterfly. Don't judge me. But the app WhatsApp or WhatsApp I think it is the number one messenger.
$1 a year is what it costs you.
It actually costs money?
Yeah, like, okay, so the way that works is like, first year is free, but afterwards they charge just a very small premium of $1 a year to continue using it.
Okay, that's not bad because $1 a year, that's cool. And so long as they're pushing quality content, I mean, I guess I won't complain. That just kind of took me by surprise that it costs anything anyway. But I mean, again, I'm not judging. I'm not saying it's bad. Companies need to make money, make sure their services are still going. If you have millions of users, that's $1 million every year. So kudos to them. I mean, it's a very simple way to keep going, make profit, while also continuing premium content. And I can't say that for sure because again, I don't use WhatsApp. I really didn't even know it existed. So I don't know. That's my fault.
Next topic.
Yay! Google Pixel XL, you're seeing on the screen, we talked a little bit about it in the previous topic for Google Allo. They have an event coming October 4th. I'm not 100% sure if the leaked images of the phone is true or not. Personally, I don't think it looks all that special. But when it comes to Android, I'm always more concerned about the software and what the Nougat and Google is bringing to the platform to push a very nice software experience. So what is your take on the Pixel and the Pixel XL?
Well, first of all, you're assuming they're going to be releasing a phone on October 4th. Clearly, it's just a magical rectangle, Zane, if you look at the actual madeby.google.com page. It's obviously trying to be more than the iPhone. I don't know why you missed that point completely.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I don't know. I actually have not seen the leaked Pixel or Pixel XL photos. My first thought about it when I heard about them is like, oh great, they're going to be over-engineered pieces of hardware like their Chromebook Pixel was. But it's probably not. I'm just exaggerating, most likely. Because, man, I don't think anyone bought that Chromebook Pixel. Unless you have, like, an extra disposable $1,000 for a fancy web browser.
Oh my, like, again, I know Google was doing, like, experimental stuff there. Because, again, that Chromebook Pixel looks sweet. I mean, like, the design, the material, the interface, the screen, the 4-color LED notifier on top of the device. Very premium, very cool looking. It only costs $1,000. But then again, it runs Chrome OS, and while I'm not knocking Chrome OS, it has its utilities here and there, and its uses across the board. I'm not paying $1,000 for Chrome OS. I don't care what device it is. I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah, but honestly don't know much about it. All I can say is I'm looking forward to October 4th to see what Google announces. Hopefully they don't use the word courageous in any of their statements like Apple did.
I would never let them live it down if they do. If they even utter the words, well, we're brave enough to... I'm like, no, I'm going to light you up on Twitter. No. Unless, of course, they do it as like a parody to make fun of the aspect of calling it brave to remove the head. I don't know. We will see October 4th. That's 3 days after my birthday. I have no idea what I'll be doing that day. Hopefully, I can watch the event live somewhere if I'm not busy. I didn't plan ahead, Lewis. I did not plan ahead.
Jeez. Well, anyway, we'll talk about it once it comes out.
Indeed.
Should be interesting.
Next topic. So Comcast.
This is gonna be fun for you.
Yeah. These member jammers. So for you listeners out there, I have Comcast. They're my ISP. They're my internet service provider. I hate them with a passion. Right.
I'm so giddy right now. Keep going.
I've had to call them countless times for bottlenecking my service, for slowing down my speeds. They upgraded our plans when they changed their base plan without notifying us for over 6 months, and we're trying to figure out why we were on some type of data cap, and while we was being charged extra money for going over said data cap, and then they finally pushed us over to the unlimited data cap, which doesn't really make sense because you were already, they just did it to make more money. But okay. Okay. So now they're thinking about going into the mobile world for cellular service.
Woo!
But no, they're not gonna take all their money and build towers, the cell towers. No. They want to rely on the Wi-Fi, and when users are not on the Wi-Fi, they want to switch to Verizon's network. So
yeah.
It's like when Google did their experiments with Google Fi. Was it Google Fi or
No, it's Google Fi, the one that switches between T-Mobile, Sprint, and actually I don't know if they use Wi-Fi. They might use Wi-Fi. But anyway, continue.
Yeah, but they did something similar. The fact that they didn't have their own cell towers, so they would piggyback off the towers of other carriers.
Yep.
That's a little bit more intricate because it uses multiple things, and of course Google is not set with these mobile service types of provisions, and they're making a lot of headway. When it comes to Comcast, and they have all this money that they robbed from personally myself out of my pocket, and they and they want to make these particular moves when they already have one of the lowest ratings of customer service, and they want to bring more. You want to move from your monopolized internet service providing ass, god dang, taking money from people, slowing down Google Fiber by making complaints when they lay the fiber. You want to try to push AT&T out of the way in Atlanta. You want to do all these weird different things, Comcast, like you want to be the only one. So you're gonna try to go into the under the field, another area of service to take it over and push for your own. I'm sorry, no. As a matter of fact, Comcast, you should go and just disband yourself. Just take yourself apart. No one likes you, Comcast. We only put up with you because you are the dominant people in Atlanta right now. In other places, there's Time Warner. In other places, there's Verizon crap. In other places, there are other people. You monopolies really do grind my gears. You grab me by the nips and you twist and you twist and you twist. I'm not into that.
To be fair, I think all ISPs just suck.
Yeah.
any German ISP anywhere is just gonna suck.
Oh my god. So
yep. Now they're making a cellular service. It's gonna be fun.
And they went with Verizon. Verizon.
I mean, it's not bad, but it's gonna be super expensive because Verizon already is.
Verizon has great coverage, but they're dicks. They're just as dickish as Comcast. Lois.
Yes, sir.
We need to go find the kid who attends Kennesaw State University and pay him to hack into Comcast and just I don't know, man. I can't deal with Comcast at all.
I don't know what the name of their package is. Xfinity A, Xfinity B, Xfinity Faster.
I actually we have Xfinity cable for one of the TVs, particularly in my room, And even that sucks. The guide menu is slow. It's slow to update information. It constantly has these hiccups where the audio cuts in and out, and we're gonna pay for these extra services. Oh my, Comcast.
Don't
I
worry,
hate you.
Zane. We got a topic later on down the science section, which will cheer you up a bit for the
Oh,
future.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Lewis. I'm gonna have a hysterectomy.
You have to wait like 20 minutes for that one though, so just hang tight.
Oh, also, hello, Tatiana. I see you in the chat. I don't know how I feel about the fact that you like Verizon. I mean, I don't know. Anywho's, moving on to some more, conspiracy, tinfoil hattish, weirdness. Have you read this article yet, Lewis?
I think I have. Yeah, I think that's one I sent you earlier this week.
Oh,
Yeah, the
it
little
was
like,
you, yeah.
yeah, the recon jobs that they find the traces of people poking around on the what is it, main DNS servers or something.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta grab my tinfoil real quick though.
Hold on, let me get my now storage real quick.
Hold on, gotta wrap it around the head. All right, it's almost there. Okay. All right. So if you did not know, and this information comes from the source of extremetech.com because it is the most extreme tech of all, and it actually kind of sent some chills down my spine. I mean, like, people here
It's
talking
creepy.
about if there was enough evidence and things to push for stuff like the whole New World Order and people trying to cut all communication routes so they can swoop in and use the UN. And let me make this clear. I do not believe the UN is plotting to do like some type of global world domination. The whole tinfoil hat joke earlier is leading on to my sarcasm dealing around this topic of conspiracy theories. That does not change the fact that the information that we're about to talk about is indeed creepy, and it actually has some credible sources to support the fact that it actually might be true. So, I mean, take that with some, like, woo, woo. The whole UN world order thing, not so much. But I'm not gonna judge you if you believe that. I'm just want to say there's an unknown state or group. I like to say group better because when people hear or see state, they think a state in the United States or like some, maybe running drills for taking down the entire internet.
Yep.
So you want to talk
Basically,
about? Yeah, go ahead.
oh yeah, sure, I can talk about it. Basically, major providers are seeing signs of not intrusion, but like attempts at like testing their systems. Basically poking around for security holes is that they keep finding, and they think that the way like these like little pokes that are coming up in their system alerts, it's someone preparing for a massive like denial of service attack, and basically, by their estimates, like the number of like alerts that they get on a daily basis and like how often it's happening, they're assuming it's going to be a massive attack, and these companies are predicting that this attack could possibly take down the entire internet. That it would just clog up all the tubes. There's really no one really knows exactly who is trying to plan such an attack,
It's Trump.
but it's like people are predicting that it's possibly China, since the majority of attacks do come from China.
It's
And I think
Hillary.
Russia is second, at least on for the U.S.
It's Obama.
But it's scary stuff to think about. People are saying that it's maybe just other countries testing the security of another country. Kind of how like when the U.S. flies over Russia, not to intimidate, but just so they could get like their sonar up and running, and so then the plane could detect what kind of sonar they have. So kind of just like what is it? Checking what kind of equipment they have, see how sophisticated their defenses are, kind of thing. This is more of a better example of what's going on here. I'm trying to see how prepared are they if we were to go to war. Kind of probing around.
I think we're approaching it from the wrong angle here. I honestly don't think it's Trump. I don't think it's Hillary. I don't think it's Obama. I don't even think it's any country. I don't even think, Lewis, that it's any human.
Oh yeah. What do you think, Zane?
It's Martians. All
You
right.
think it's the Martians?
It's Martians. They came to Earth. They have their USOs, the unidentified submerged objects. They're running cities on the ocean floor that we cannot get to due to the amount of pressure there. And they're tired of having our internet mess up their internet, and they're finally gonna do something about it. Okay. So I'm saying, just throwing that out there. I'm pretty sure it's accurate. I don't have my sources. Don't worry about it.
Imagine though some sort of attack happened like this, or took down the entire internet. How much communication were you blocked off?
No, dude, in all honesty, if that really did happen, if the internet really went down completely, I think people would not just riot or panic, or because we have all these conspiracy theories about our own government turning against us, or like the whole new world order, because so many people do adamantly believe that. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I think everyone should think outside the box, at least to humor the idea, because possibilities do exist. But I'm not gonna what's the word, enable that notion. But because those things run rampant with our everyday society, I think people would literally start hitting the streets armed to the teeth and start, quote unquote, looking for answers. And I don't know. I think it'll be like similar to the Purge, except not to have a day of free crime, just necessarily people losing their minds and turning violent because they think this is the signal of the dawning of the new world order, and then other people who will think it's the dawning of the return of their messiahs and evil entities rising. I guarantee you people would believe that, and it bothers me that if the slightest inkling that someone thinks their conspiracy theory is true would set them off. And that's what I truly worry about.
I just actually remembered that this morning I got an alert on my phone from the Hacker News, which I follow. I forgot. Today, like Akamai, if you're not familiar with Akamai, they're basically the world's biggest content delivery network ever. They just have massive bandwidth. But this morning, they got an attack on the website krebsinsecurity.com. It's owned by a guy named Brian Krebs, and basically they host the site pro bono. But basically, they got a 620 gigabit per second DDoS attack on their network. For those of you who don't really know how much the internet backbone supports, it usually supports something around 40 gigabits per second. The newer ones have 100 gigabits per second. Mm-hmm. The newer backbones, and so Akamai managed to take 620 gigabits per second of traffic until they just decided to say, okay, screw this. And so I don't know, just kind of sets off more alarms for me, like, maybe this is gonna happen soon. I don't know, but it's just interesting to see that happened not too much longer than this other article. It's a huge attack to take down Akamai.
Dude, that's the world of cybersecurity. It becomes a rabbit hole, and if you literally try to look for the connections between coincidence or correlations or even causation, it creates a giant. Even two events can create a chain of webbings of possible interactions, and it boils so deep into the culture of the world and how we're reacting to, because again, the internet is still relatively new in the retrospect of all forms of communication throughout our human history, and I don't know, dude. It's the concept of absolute power corrupts absolutely, and not in terms of like one person owning like a government or the certain abilities. It's the fact that everyone who has the internet is equipped with a powerful tool, And once you learn how to use that tool, it becomes it becomes a potential threat, a potential danger. And while I'm not saying that a government should then cap or what's the word, scrutinize the freedom of someone's use on the internet, it's good to remember the possibilities that stand for using the internet. It just is.
You still like I don't know, just interesting, just
Yeah.
interesting the timing.
Anywho, let's get on a lighter topic, because this whole Comcast thing and hacking things and conspiracy things, I see an ad on this website with you know what? I'm not gonna say that out loud. So, on the topic about gaming, we have something with BioStar takes aim at the PC gaming market.
Yep.
What's this?
You know, so if you're not aware, BioStar is basically just a motherboard company, and they're trying to stab at gaming by creating this cheap $10 gaming mouse, which actually doesn't look too bad. And I think for like 1 penny per 1,000 clicks, isn't too expensive either. It's rated at 10 million clicks. Uh, the DPI I think is somewhere up to like 1,600.
Mm.
I'm sorry, 2,400, which is pretty great. Um, just something cheap if you want a replacement for your old non-gaming mouse.
It does look nice. It also looks very comfortable. Um, and I
It's
say
not Razer Mambo, but
right, but I say that as the average mouse, because personally I have massive hands, so the average mouse size is too small for me. I mean, I can use them, but it'll be more of the claw grip instead of the palm on the entire mouse, which I feel to be more comfortable. It looks nice. When I first saw BioStar, I thought it was something like the mouse interacts with your biometrics, like the heartbeat or something. And I saw the little cross. I was like, oh, it's gonna have like this pulsating thing. No,
nope.
not for $10.
It's a Yahoo Sports article. It's not going to be too. Isn't that funny though? That the Yahoo Sports is talking about PC gaming and computers.
Wait, hey, esports, man, esports.
That's true. They managed to sneak in the word esports in there, so they're in sports.
Yeah. I do think more affordable gaming equipment like gaming mice and etc. is just great news overall. I think a lot of people will pick these up for starter builds, people who are getting into PC gaming, fresh off a console. And I mean, hey, you can always use it to play No Man's Sky, which is one of the most controversial games that's been out for the last 2 months now, I think. So yeah.
But then again, like when my coworker said, all you need to call something gaming is just throw some LEDs on it.
Oh,
Gaming
dude,
headset, gaming mouse.
let me tell you, one of the biggest problems I have with the quote unquote gaming mice, like in general, is if you have a mice or a mouse that has LEDs in it, that's cool. I don't mind. Big whoop, big deal. Want to fight about it? But when you don't have an option to turn off the LEDs, then you're grinding my gears. I have my equipment in my room, and overnight I usually leave my computer up to do rendering. I like to sleep in the pitch black darkness, Lewis.
You're cutting out.
Huh? I don't know. It's just when you have LED lights that just flash in the dark and stays that way, I can't sleep. It becomes a problem for me.
Timed out.
Oh no, we lost Lewis. Oh no. Well, it's actually a really good point, because we're about to go to some advertisements. So give us 1 second. Thank you.
User entered your channel.
bunch of time searching Amazon for various gadgets and gizmos and trinkets and bobs and bits. Well, wouldn't you enjoy an extra $5 towards your Amazon account? Or if you have a mobile phone, either Android or iPhone, you can use our link to log into the Amazon app for the first time and get an extra $5. If you want to support Essence of Zen, I highly recommend you do this. All you have to do is click the link and follow the 2 instructions. If you are eligible for the extra $5, it will be added to your Amazon credits. So give it a shot. You're helping us out and you're also getting an extra $5 in your pockets. In the meantime, feel free to support Essence of Zen by using our link to start a 30-day trial for Kindle Unlimited. That's free access to over 10,000 books and audiobooks for 30 days. Unlimited reading, unlimited listening, any device. When nearing the end of the trial, if you don't want to continue it, be sure to cancel the service renewal via amazon.com/mycd. Thank you.
I know you send me.
And we are back live. Oh, I swear, our 5-minute breaks for the advertisements are so refreshing, Lewis. I went to Lake Minnetonka and got purified, where Prince got purified, where he swam with the dolphins and basically took Dave Chappelle and Charlie Murphy after he served them some pancakes after whooping their asses at basketball. It's very nice. Very nice.
When you say Prince, do you mean Prince or the artist formerly known as Prince?
Both, because he is one and two and the same and more, as he's the one that created Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
Even God said, I had never thought to make rain purple. That's just so creative. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, come over here. Take a look at this. Jesus, like seriously, come over here. Come on. No, I'm joking. Let's. So, Louis, do you remember the movie Jumanji back in the day?
Oh, that's. I was like, what is that word? Yes, I remember. I was just looking at the notes. I was like, I wonder what this is. Yes, I remember.
I may have misspelled it. I forgot the N, and I think the O was. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's a Jumanji.
So did you watch the original Jumanji when you was a kid?
Yes. I remember that movie.
If anyone's listening out there right now and you haven't seen Jumanji, go watch it. It's fantastic. It has Robin Williams in it, and we all know that Robin is no longer with the living today. And it's not one of his best performed movies, but it's one of his most iconic because he's just so laughable and just so charismatic with his character. And it's a bad movie that makes you laugh because of just how family oriented it is, and it makes me smile every time I watch it, specifically for Robin Williams. And I mean, everyone hates family games. No one likes to sit down and play Monopoly with the family. No one.
Have you seen that Amazon is pushing that though? They're pushing for a game night with Hasbro or something. Yeah, I don't know. There's like an ad. that they're
Amazon,
trying to-
stay out of my living room, family time. But no,
Anyway,
yeah, they're coming out with a sequel to Jumanji, starring The Rock and Kevin Hart. And I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the browser so people can see this particular photograph of it. Have you seen this
hold
photo?
up, I'm trying
already?
I'm trying to picture this in my head before I even look at the screen. Okay, I'll look at the screen.
Well, first, let me make a note that I find it kind of cool that, well, probably not cool, just kind of weird when actors who have tattoos play in movies and they don't like feel the need to hide their tattoos. Not saying that they should hide their tattoos. It's just that for The Rock, his Samoan tattoo on his pectoral is like very iconic to The Rock, and he's not playing Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He's playing a character. So when I see that tattoo, I think, oh, he's playing himself, but he's not. So it just kind of throws me for a loop. But anyway, when you see this picture, a lot of people just see 4 characters. Cool. A lot of people missed a possible tie-in to the original movie. Can you guess what that tie-in is?
Yeah, I need to see the movie again.
Well, if you remember, when the kids and Robin Williams had the actual Jumanji board, they made a statement about the characters who did not finish the game, right? And remember, Robin Williams' character was sucked into the jungle, right?
Oh my goodness.
So if you go back and watch the original movie, you will see 4 pictures of supposedly the 4 original players. One was, or 2 were boys. Oh, no, 3 were boys, and I think 1 was a girl. So this actually may line up directly with the original characters who could not finish their game because they got sucked into the jungle and were living there for the rest of their lives.
Crap, now I have to go see the original movie again.
It's just
It's
a
really
rumor,
cool
though.
if they could just tie it in.
Yeah, just a rumor,
The movie's
though.
just a rumor?
Yeah, I mean the tie-in with the characters being the original characters from the board. If I
I
see
hope
I can
it's
find
true.
the Jumanji board, character pictures. Sometimes Google works against me. Oh, jeez. I saw it somewhere, though. See, this is the issue when you're looking for topics to utilize while you're in the middle of a class. But I digress. I can't wait. I'm actually
What's up?
Tatiana is saying she resents the fact that I said no one likes to sit down and play Monopoly, and that she makes you play Clue when she can.
Yeah.
Also, hello, Alana. Hey, how you doing? Hey.
You're a basketball player, really?
Yeah, dude, like the Chappelle story about him winning the basketball game against Charlie Murphy and the other players is actually a true story. Charlie Murphy, darkness. No, but it's actually a true story, and they found the photograph of Charlie Murphy on the ground as Prince has his hands up in like celebration of beating him at basketball. And it's fun to remember. Prince was knee high to a duck, and the man could ball. So, moving on though, the topic's about the well, I see something about Angelina Jolie, but I think we're gonna skip. Are we gonna skip that one?
Yeah, in case we're running out of time, that was one of the topics to talk about. But
Gotcha. So moving on with the faster internet using probabilistic constellation shaping. Did I say that correctly?
Yep, that's the technology. PCS. I was gonna say PCB, but no, that's not the correct thing. I'm thinking of boards, PCB boards.
Or PCP,
But
the
anyway.
drugs.
Or PCP, exactly. PCP.
Don't do
The
drugs.
Probably computer parts. I don't know where I was going with that. But not PCP, probabilistic constellation shaping. So basically, we got our Verizon Fios. We got your Google Fiber, which beats Verizon Fios by like double the speeds. And then we got Nokia with their probabilistic constellation shaping. Now I keep saying that. What does it mean, Lewis? No idea on the technical term. It sounds kind of cool and makes you sound smart when you say it. But the takeaway here is that this new technology created by Nokia extends the functionality of a fiber optic cable. So now they managed to get up to 1 terabit per second on what's it called? Fiber optic cable.
Mm.
Amazing, amazing. And like I mentioned earlier, the internet backbone runs at about 40 gigabits per second, and their parts are 100 gigabits per second. This will bring 100 terabit per second internet. And to like put
Oh.
like that speed in perspective, you could download the entirety of Game of Thrones season 1 through I think season 6 they have now
Yeah.
in 1 second in high definition.
Oh my god.
All that on 1 terabit per second internet.
My
That's
body
how
is
fast it
ready.
is.
Oh. Oh.
That's so fast. That blows away Google Fiber.
Oh my goodness. See, this
Except
is
there's no plans for when
Oh.
it'll be like implemented.
Oh. Oh my goodness, I don't care. This is why I love Nokia. Oh my goodness, I love Nokia needs to come back. Nokia needs to save the day. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Isn't that great though?
It is.
1 terabit per second.
Oh, I don't think my computer computers would probably have some type of bottleneck just because they won't be able to keep.
Oh
I don't-
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. We'd bottleneck
Oh.
way before that.
Oh, Lewis, I see what you meant about this making me happy. Oh.
The future looks bright, doesn't it?
It does until Comcast swoops in, buys them out, and like throws away the exactly.
It does nothing with the patents. Yeah, we're just gonna sit here with the patents, do absolutely nothing.
Ah.
Expand the network? Yeah, maybe we'll upgrade it internally.
For an extra $500 a month or something. I don't. Oh god, I can't stand Comcast. You know what? No, I'm probably our viewers may be experiencing some buffering due to some congestion area with the network. Is what YouTube is telling me. I'm not sure. I bet you it's Comcast. They're listening right now. I bet
It's
you.
throttling your net right now.
Yep, that's what they do. But dude, there's so much application to come from this, man. I really want to just throw Nokia some money and just be like, hey, start up your own ISP. Oh my, dude.
All of Game of Thrones in high def in 1 second.
And could you imagine if we could bring this out to other places that don't have, basically have Google Fiber type of ideas with this, bring it to locations that don't have internet or slow internet, and like just revolutionizing the area. Oh my goodness, like, the future is bright, but there's always some dickish companies like Comcast who just wants to come in and just you know what? I'm gonna just be happy about the article, enjoy the article, and just hope for a brighter day where this technology can one day become the norm for us all. Cause my goodness, huh? Anywho's, if you guys out there,
I just looked it up. That's like 125 gigabytes per second.
oh my goodness. Also, Tatiana says, bruh, Grey's Anatomy, 1 second. I mean, hey,
True.
it is. I mean, and think about if you don't even want like high def, if you go with like 720p or 480p, that's even faster download speeds. I mean,
That's true.
with the .mkv containers. Oh yes.
Hey Netflix, are you hearing this? We're taking notes.
Anyway, though, if you guys out there are some pirates, such as downloading the entire series of Game of Thrones or Grey's Anatomy or
In 1 second.
Mob Psycho 100 or etc., then we have some interesting news for you behind the psychology on piracy.
It's funny because when I stumbled upon this article, the first thing that came to mind was like, oh my goodness, this is what I've been preaching for years. And now psychology, or there's some psychological evidence now to back it up. And basically, what these researchers ended up doing was they asked people a few questions, asking, "Hey, if you guys could afford um, to actually get any content you want, would you actually pay for it if it was actually a reasonable price?" And people said, "Yeah, I actually would." Imagine that. If the content I wanted was more attainable, I'd for it. Case in point, Netflix. Hey, Netflix is a lot because they found out actually high fees do not really help at all. It kind of sometimes encourages people because it gives that like sense of thrill and excitement because you gain away with taking so much. It's psychology.
It really is interesting, and I don't know. I think again because the internet is still relatively young, relatively new to consumers in our human society today. The whole human lifespan, 1 second on the grand scheme of our universe, magnified to a closer time frame. Uh, Companies need to realize the difference in pirating for, you know, craps and giggles versus pirating because there's no other way to obtain content or etc. So, for instance, I may or may not, this is allegedly speaking, downloaded Pepper Ann, the cartoon, from my childhood.
I completely forgot about that show until just now.
It's one of my favorite series. Pepper Ann, na 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 na, Pepper Ann, Pepper Ann, Pepper Ann. Anyway,
Yeah.
though, I would be willing to pay like for DVDs, but I can't find any, and I don't think they have them on VHS anymore, or they're not selling VHS anymore. So I mean, hey, so sometimes people can allegedly find their copies of VHS, convert it to a different format, put it on a CD or rip it to a computer, and upload it for others to enjoy. I cannot find that content allegedly find that content anywhere else. I may find a way to grab Pepper Ann so I can review the cartoon of my childhood.
Pepper Ann, Pepper Ann. I forgot how the song goes.
I know, man. Like in Milo with the blue hair, it's like, Milo, you dyed your hair blue. Pepper Ann. My hair is black. It's so black that it appears blue. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm sorry. The cartoon was fantastic. But yeah, so I mean, piracy. Make things better obtainable and priced affordably and reasonably, and you won't have big issues. I mean, that's just, I don't know.
Or Pirates of the High Seas.
Indeed.
That's my closing point.
Now, our last topic is that of some more science news with how do I forget his name? Stephen Hawking.
Stephen. No, it's a weird spelling with the Stephen. I don't know where that pronunciation comes from. But I always think it's interesting when I see that.
No, you know him on a first name basis. You guys are buds, right? Right?
I wish. This guy is just a genius. Basically, he's saying that he doesn't agree with us just yelling out into space, looking for other forms of life. He thinks that's a stupid idea. He basically compares it to the Native Americans encountering Columbus, saying that we're the Native Americans and the other aliens would be Columbus, and they would spread their diseases and end up killing us all and taking us stuff and looting us and, us dying and becoming extinct. So he doesn't think that's a great idea. He says that we should basically find them before they find us. More of a dog eat dog kind of world.
This is
that's his take on it, which is like interesting because like I haven't heard about this approach, which actually isn't too far fetched. Or I don't know why I didn't think about it before. It's like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be sending these crazy signals because maybe the people aren't going to be so friendly. Like, yeah, you're probably onto something right there. Watch out for our own race.
It's actually one of the three main bubbles in terms of the science community, whereas people like Stephen Hawking, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Elon Musk, they all came together and say, hey, we need to stop broadcasting our location. It's just not a good idea. And some believe that it's because well, they could come and find us, and like Stephen Hawking believed we should go and find them first, because human approach to everything is we conquer because we're idiots. I mean, that's we're never satisfied with anything. So if we go and find them, you would believe that 9 times out of 10 we would attack on sight. But yeah, so some people they say we need to just stay as invisible as possible. Don't go looking for them. Don't hope they find us. Just try to avoid all forms of communication contact altogether. Some just say, nah, it'd be all right. They'll be friendly. There's no reason that an advanced life form would ever care to use violence. And it's just like, think about humans. I mean, we're not super advanced in terms of going to different galaxies, but I mean, we in our own society, we're the dominant species. There is no reason for us to go to another country and go to war for some oil or weapons of mass destructions that weren't there. Let's not get political though. Anyway, so the point saying is, just because a life form can be super intelligent and imposed to searching the galaxy for whatever reasons, they can do it for technology, they can do it for the fact of exploration, or they could be like humans and have an insatiable thirst for conquest.
Yeah, it might start out friendly and then quickly turn into a resource war, like every other war.
I was gonna say something, but I don't want to get cast into saying something that's very kind of racial. So let me try to reformat the phrase. Let's look through history and see which civilization just went around needlessly conquering people. You know what? That was probably even too much to say. I'm gonna just let's just
the British.
Even the
I think,
British,
like the British haven't conquered like what 2 modern day countries or something like that.
Yeah, and like even the British acknowledged that they were some assholes in the past. So I mean, it's out there. It's common knowledge, public knowledge. I'm not trying to push any agenda, so let's not send the wrong message, the wrong idea.
And on a good note.
Exactly. Basically saying, yeah, we need to stop going through space and trying to find our space neighbors. Though then again, there are so many people who tend to believe that we've already made contact, secret government communications, or the fact that they've just been watching us, or time travel, or all these other theories. And again, while I don't subscribe to a particular notion or theory of conspiracy theories dealing with the extraterrestrial or time traveling ideas and whatnot, I will say there's a plethora of photographs, videos, I mean, from the 1980s and even before then, of some very weird things. And while I'm not saying that there's without a doubt, the guy from the History Channel, aliens, there are some things that I cannot explain, and I don't think that is a rational explanation that we can give today for certain things that happened in the past via space travel, astronauts in space, videos, and etc. So if we have already made contact, which I'm not saying we did or didn't, I don't have a particular notion. Hopefully, we're not on the precipice of starting an intergalactic war, because we can't even land on Mars, let alone harness photons for a laser.
So you're saying that you don't believe that the CIA invented dinosaurs to discourage time travel, Zane?
Shh! Do you want us to get attacked by the FBI, Lewis? That's
telling you, Zane. Dinosaurs are just a conspiracy theory. Government created the dinosaurs.
Oh my god. The sad thing is, Lewis, there are a certain amount of people, I'm not gonna name the group that actually believe that dinosaur bones were planted by the government to discredit a particular group. Let's just say that. I don't know. People are weird. I mean, hey, if you truly believe that, just present the evidence, and if it seems credible, I'll be more inclined to believe it. But on that note, I believe we've reached the end of our list, everybody. I hope you've all enjoyed our podcast, which is today was actually more conspiracy theory than almost anything else.
Actually, yeah, you're right. We did have a lot of conspiracy things on there.
It's weird. I mean, I don't mind talking about conspiracy theories because they're fun, they're interesting, and they're dynamic in what they present. And again, I urge everybody, think outside the box. Just don't get too narrow-minded or narrow-visioned to say this is without a doubt a fact, when in fact it's just a possible theory that has a lot of correlations, not causations, but correlations. Yeah, I don't have my water with me today, so I'm getting kind of parched.
Oh.
Hey, Lewis.
Uh-huh.
You know, today was episode 9, right?
9 whole weeks.
Yeah. We're almost close to 12 episodes. How about that?
What do they call it when you get to 12?
I don't know. I was just saying.
It's
It's an achievement.
12 is a good number.
Yeah.
Let's go by 6, by 2.
Well,
I think by 8 sometimes. When multiplied by 4. Or no, that's 3. Maybe I'm just hungry.
possibly. I don't know. I may try to plan something special for the 12th episode coming up, everybody. So if we do something special, stay tuned to the 12th episode. It'll be like a complete season for things. And I'm sorry. Alana just said she agrees with Stephen Hawking. It's not a good idea. Humans are stupid. Indeed. So we'll try to do something special for the 12th episode. Do something really cool. Probably bring on a special guest or something. I don't know.
Make cupcakes.
That's a good idea.
Just make cupcakes and out to the viewers.
I don't know how we're gonna get the cupcakes to the viewers, but I mean, oh, you know what, Lewis? I just got an idea. I will tell you after we end the stream.
All right.
Anyway, though, guys, that's it. Stay tuned. Sunday, we'll be over at Beam. That's BEAM. I know it sounds like I'm saying Bean or something else. I don't know. But that's BEAM.org/Essence of Zen. Sunday, 3:30 Eastern Time for myself, Pyrana, Hurricane, Clordog, and D. Wilbur for another episode of Path of Exile, Atlas of Worlds, the Essence League. We're going to go hard, we're going to go strong, we're going to do what we do best and destroy a lot of creatures and probably catch up back to Malakath for the cruel difficulty. So stay tuned for that, and again, next week, Friday, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, Episode 10, Essence of Zen, After Dark. Stay tuned. And again, as well, because I do this a lot, stay tuned for tomorrow. Lewis will have another episode dropping on the channel. So stay tuned for that, guys. We love your faces. We love you all. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe for more. Help us get to 1,000 by the end of the year. And I think that's pretty much it. So I'm going to stop talking and let you get to eat, food, or TV shows, whatever it is that you may do. So
Thanks for hearing and or watching.
We will see you all in the next time. But until then, as always, take care.